terror nation, which has been peddling fake news about Operation Sindoor and Rafale jets. And this time, it's the French Navy that has called out Pakistan. The French Navy has called Pakistan's GeoTV and its correspondent Hamid Mir for spreading misinformation and disinformation. In this report, Hamid Mir seems to be peddling the same old fabricated claims about Rafales and the so-called May conflict that has now been publicly exposed, and that too coming in from the French Defense Forces. Now, as far as this development is concerned, this is now coming at a time where Pakistan has been exposed time and again on part of several as far as countries are concerned, but over the fake news that has been peddled by Pakistan, especially when it comes to its boasting a claim of downing several Indian jets, but extensive misinformation. This is the French Navy that has now come across as far as when it comes to toppling Pakistan media's fake claim and confirming as far as air superiority of India during Operation Sindoor. Now, as far as the French Navy is concerned, it has strongly refuted claims. Shinjoy, this is now coming at a time made by Pakistani media. As far as the loss of Rafale jets are concerned, the Navy of France has called the reports as extensive misinformation.
You would expect that from the French Navy. Why should the French Navy stick its head out unless it had very clear information about what happened in Operation Sindoor? The French Navy is also aware of the quality of the Rafale. India bought 36 for the Air Force and also has bought Rafales for the Navy. There is no problem with the Rafale, and the French Navy is completely aware of all the facts, which is why the French Navy has intervened in this case and quite rightly mentioned what the situation is.
Absolutely. Shinjoy, let's take a look exactly when it comes to on social media as well, how the French Navy has been refuting all of those claims that has been made on part of the Pakistani media. Kancha, this is as far as the French Navy terming it as fake news, saying that these statements attributed to a certain captain who never gave his consent for any form of publication.
Absolutely. In fact, French Navy has called out the lies of the Pakistani journalists. Let me take you through the statement on social media. These statement attributing to the article that you can see here with fake news. These statements were attributed to captain who never gave his consent for any form of publication. This article contains extensive misinformation and disinformation is what the French Navy has said. Contrary to what has been established in the article, his responsibilities are limited to commanding the organic naval station where the French Rafale marine aircraft are stationed. Captain presented the assets of his naval airbase and missions of the fighter jet and the French carrier strike group. When asked the question about the Operation Sindoor, he neither confirmed nor denied that Indian crafts had been shot down. So this is what the French Navy has said, that in fact the captain neither confirmed or denied that the aircrafts were shot down, completely calling this article that this is extensive misinformation and disinformation on the behalf of Pakistan. Amita.
Right. So as far as this article is concerned, that has now been put up by the French Navy, calling it as extensive misinformation and disinformation. What are we actually talking about? Here is the Pakistani media seems to be misquoting a French naval commander as confirming that Indian Rafale fighter jets were down during Operation Sindoor, and these claims turned out to be sheer ignorance of facts. The lies were soon that busted by Marine Nationale, which is the naval arm of the French military, and they have been sharing that same screenshot of that article that has now been branded as fake news. As you can see, the big stamp that has been put up on part of this social media post that has been shared. Well, Akansha, for the moment, thank you very much for joining in. But Shinjoy, as far as the French